A developing story at College of the Desert where some members of the adjunct faculty are calling for changes with COD's Board of Trustees. We first reported on this last week, first at 10. News Channel 3's Samantha Lomibao joins us live in studio with details on why the association's president is calling for a vote of no confidence. Samantha.
Karen, adjunct faculty at College of the Desert received a letter last week accusing the board of failing to perform. The president of the association telling me they want to see a new board as well as an external interim president.
They will block each other at every move, no matter what it is, just because that's who they are.
Dr. Catherine Lovett is the president of the College of the Desert Adjunct Association, who has been a part-time professor for the school for years. Lovett sent out this letter to the more than 350 adjunct faculty.
Very polarized board. We have two on each team, so to speak. That's really uncomfortable, and they're not going to get any work done that way.
This memo stems from the handling of two adjunct faculty who had applied to be full-time counselors. Lovett tells me their applications went for board approval, but were ultimately pulled by trustee Joel Kinnaman.
It didn't happen in January. It didn't happen in February. They canceled several meetings. They have canceled everything since this, and they are giving no answers to these adjuncts they're working as temporary full-time.
They are now urging a vote of no confidence in the current board of trustees. Kinnaman, B. Gonzalez, Ruben Perez, and Bonnie Stefan for failing to perform their obligations. They also suggest a vote to appoint an external interim president now that current president Martha Garcia is leaving for a new job.
And we want to be sure that that interim is not one of the people that is a recent hire or is somebody who already has a reputation at the college for not being wonderful.
COD professor Robert Holmes also believes the board has oversight and has hindered the hiring process for others as well.
By not having the meeting and not going through the consent agreement, we have lots of people that need to be hired that have been approved through the normal vetting process that we have that are in limbo.
As of now, around 270 of the 350 adjunct faculty have responded in favor of the vote. The Adjunct Association now pushing for a special election.
These people are elected officials. All we can do is let the general public know that we've got 275 out of 350 thus far who have voted in favor of no confidence.
Now, the Adjunct Association hopes to bring this to the board at this next meeting, which is Friday. I reached out to the Board of Trustees and I'm still waiting for a response. Live in studio, Samantha Lomibao, News Channel 3.